Here is the question. Scalability. Is it good for you? Is it right for you? And then I guess the next level of that question or layer of that question would be, is everything scalable? What do you think, Ms. Tori?
Is everything scalable? That's a yes or no question.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to say no.
Tell me what.
That's my short answer. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Okay.
But when I do watch TV, Shark Tank is one of the shows that I like to watch.
The classic at this point. Yes, the classic Shark Tank.
And sometimes people come on with their proposal, their pitch, their idea, and they don't get a deal. And one of the reasons why they don't get a deal is because the shark says, I don't see how it's scalable.
Yep.
So I'm going to venture to side.
Be able to make money.
Right. I'm going to venture to agree with sharks that are already 7, 8, 9 figure business owners. That if they say not everything is scalable, then surely everything is not scalable. But I also really do believe that everything isn't, because some things that we do, services, whatever, you just can't scale it without cloning yourself.
There are some things that need the practitioner, right? Like a hairstylist, they could scale aspects of their business, but the actual cutting of my hair, how do you scale that when I don't know about you, but I need a person standing behind that chair doing some things. I mean, I'm not quite ready for a robot to cut my hair. I'm not. Maybe I'm sure that probably in the works somewhere. Yeah. But though, to me, that point, like there's only so many hours in the day. There's only so much time that person could devote to styling and cutting and that type of thing.
Right. And I'm normally a very optimistic person. I don't like to hear no or can't or whatever, but it's hard for me to wrap my mind around at this point how certain things could be scalable. I'm thinking like physicians. If I need a medical service done for me specifically,
yes,
right? I don't know how you can offer that in a group rate or or online or this. I don't know how you're going to deliver certain things. I just don't think you can at this point with my understanding.
Now, then it becomes a question, or the point of the conversation here, that in the world of business and we're in the knowledge, empire building business on behalf of our clients and that type of thing, we often hear, if it's not scalable, it's almost a bad thing. And it's taking on this connotation that if it's not scalable, it's no good. And that is kind of where this conversation, this topic has kind of come from, because the two are kind of getting bound together so much that I'm not always sure that that's the case, because there are times and in instances when I'm going to portend that your thing might not be scalable, and that doesn't make it bad.
Right. No, it doesn't. And sometimes you might have to think, how can I bring on a component that is scalable, right? So if you are a service provider and your service is very one-on-one, very specific, then perhaps it's not your service that you scale, right? But your knowledge and expertise, you may be able to offer that in a scalable way.
Correct. And that's what people, and as an option to that, perhaps it's not your skill, your expertise, right? The service that you provide, if you will, hands-on, so to speak. Maybe it's some of the components that you use to help create that special sauce or that secret sauce. So maybe it might be a subscription box.
Exactly.
Or other types of things. So that's kind of where this conversation comes from, because I hear people so stressed out about, well, I'm a painter. I paint houses. I can't scale that. No. because climbing up on that ladder and hitting that scaffolding, that's a whole other thing. That's a definite skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps there are other ways. There are people who, may be looking to, at this season of life, they're going like, hey, I can't afford $7,000 for this guy to just get on this ladder and paint my house right now.
Right.
And they have the flexibility and the wherewithal to do it themselves, but they want to know how to do a great paint job.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
like a great opportunity to me to teach some people up on what do you need. Maybe your house is made of one material. Maybe you live in another, I've always been, I'm using this painting as an example, but I've always been amazed at the level of expertise that they have, of the factors that they have to consider. You're going like, oh, I just thought you were going to just paint my little, white house. Right. No, it's 14 decisions that they have to make here, right? Because this side gets more sun, this side gets more wind. Who knew? Sounds like an exercise in helping, coaching up some people who want to save, $4,000 or $5,000 and do it themselves.
Right.
But need an expert's help.
Exactly. And it's kind of like, I like how you said the experts help, because our services, the things we do, it might not be scalable, but being able to deliver that knowledge, our knowledge is always scalable.
Knowledge is always.
No, think about, how did you arrive at what you know?
Right.
Through a process that was at scale.
There
right?
You go.
Because it wasn't where somebody just sat with you and taught you everything you know one-on-one. Right.
And there may be a few people who can say that they've had the luxury of that. But not many, proportionally speaking, not many had, basically went through the apprentice model where they were, the young apprentice, and literally somebody walked them through and navigate, help them navigate this whole developmental process. Not many people have had that. Right. Right.
Not many. So it's like much of our learning is acquired through scale.
Right.
And if you're going to scale or add on a sector to your business that you didn't think you could scale, if you're going to add on that knowledge kind of based sector, that's what you're going to do. You're going to share what you know,
right,
in order to overcome that ceiling.
Right. And people are going, so people I know are going like, I have no idea. Don't worry. Check out our blueprint. Just see the show notes and you'll learn. You get started on helping you with that. But I just I thought it's such an important question. And more we talk with people that we're consulting with, or that are taking that, opening consultation to see if they are fit for us. That's something I hear quite a bit. And I just thought, maybe we should share that so people know that it's not just them, but two, that there are ways to navigate and utilize the knowledge and experience that you work so hard to develop and earn to help you generate more revenue, to make your stamp on the world, create your legacy, and utilize that knowledge however you choose to do so, because you certainly earn the right to do so. There you go. That's it for now. See ya.